Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome to Starship Dillinger, where all the brainstorming goes on, right? Hmm? Yeah, yeah, AKA my office, AKA my truck. Um, why it's calling it Starship is I get bombed by some birds out here, so I don't know. I'd like to tell you a story today about Obama, ex-president, former, I should say former president. Uh, Friend and I, we was off work, and we decided that, it's really boring at the time. It was bored. We was like, we need to go do something. We need to get out, go do something. So we decided to go to St. Louis and go to the Arch. Well, we got into downtown St. Louis. Of course, we always had to take a cruise through East St. Louis because I always get turned around and end up in East St. Louis, you know, and got to come back. Whatever. Okay. Anybody that's been to St. Louis with me knows exactly what I'm talking about. 3 times out of 4, we'll be in St. Louis and then go to East St. Louis into Illinois and back. That's another story. So we get downtown. St. Louis, and it's ghost town. I mean, and what got me thinking about this is code thing, but it's just like this code thing. You go in, it's nobody's moving. I was like, what is going on? This is just eerie. It was eerie. It's like some kind of like, man, I finally stepped, down the rabbit hole or into the twilight zone or something, because there was no cars, hardly at all, very few, no traffic. So at any rate, we could start going and looking for a restaurant. We want to eat first and then go down to the Arch. And we wasn't too far from the Arch. We was right down there. So we get out of the car, we find a parking place, and we get out of the car, we walk this, and we're just noticing there's nobody in these stores, and there's a couple of restaurants we tried, the doors were locked, nobody was in. We put our hands up at the windows, going, you know, nothing was going on. It was wow. Hair stood up on the back of my neck. So I thought, well, something's got to be open. My gosh, this isn't like a holiday or anything like that. So we finally find a restaurant. We hit the door. It opens up. We go in. Nobody in there. Nobody. It's empty. I mean, vacant, you know? And so we walk in a little farther and we look around and we're like looking at each other like, what in the world is going on? All of a sudden, this woman comes, these big double doors on the hinges, they come out of the kitchen, boom, their tray and they serve you. That's what happened. I mean, this little woman come through those doors like a bull, okay? Dressed in a gray sports jacket, dress, skirt, whatever kind of outfit, a businesswoman's outfit, some kind of badge tag thing. How did you get in here? Oh, well, we was like, you know, and how did you get in here? Well, the door was unlocked. The door was open. We tried the door. We walked right in. She said, you sit at this table up here and don't you move till I get back. And I mean, pointing her finger like this, you know. And I'm not one to question authority. That I mean, you question authority, but I mean, you respect it also. You should also respect authority. And I didn't feel like I was in any threat or anything like that, or anybody was doing anything freaky, except I felt like maybe I stepped in the twilight zone. But this lady's attitude kind of told me something was going on. So we sat at the table, and we wasn't there. And she went back into the kitchen, back through the double doors that you come out of, and we sitting there at the table. We thought, well, waitress will come out, and we'll get a drink and then or something. And we sat there, and we really didn't sit there that long, but it was a little while. And finally, the woman calmly comes through the double doors, comes up to us, and says, "You may leave now." And I said, oh, we can't order anything to eat or get anything. She said, no, this place is closed. She said, this whole street's closed and blocked off. I said, well, ma'am, what's going on? I mean, we don't know what's going on. Well, I guess Obama was there and he was giving a speech and they had shut things down. And I think of it is what happened is I got so lost trying to get there that I actually made it through Obama's security by meandering through streets and alleys and really places I'd rather not have been to get to my parking place and walk down. And we didn't walk that far. We parked fairly close, pretty close right there. I mean, right, on the street that was apparently shut down. We was not supposed to be there, And the whole day was wild. Everything opened back up. I guess Obama left. Everything opened back up. We went down to the arch. We went up the arch. We got messing around the arch. And all of a sudden, there's like, there was all these people around. I mean, a lot of people. There was a security guard at the arch, standing at the doorway. And next thing I know, I look around and there is no one around. Nobody. And I'm like, what in the world? It was the same day. And it's like, I'm thinking, well, man, I'm stepping in a Twilight Zone again here. And I told my friends with me, I said, hey, let's leave. Let's just get out of St. Louis, okay? Let's just move it on, And so we headed out. Well, it was getting evening is what it was. Exactly what it was. And by the time we made it out of the park and back towards the car, we got on the side, one side of a parking lot. These two big guys come out of actually nowhere. I don't know where they come. And they both had trench coats on. And I mean, they was big boys. They're bigger than I am. And I told my friend, I said, we seen them coming at us. And I said, don't stop walking. I said, don't you stop walking till we get to the car. Because if we don't get to that car, we may not get to that car. And they come up to us and make a long story short, they wanted to not borrow money. They wanted us to give us some money because they didn't have money to get themselves out of paid parking. Okay. It wasn't any threat, but the guy, he's like, he's like, well, I've got this in this bag and this is worth $2. And it was some kind of shy, but he said it was a little teddy bear. And I said, sir, I'm broke. I said, we went and done this and that. And I pulled out my billfold and I did not have $1 bill on me. Did not have $1 bill. And because we'd filled up with gas and we'd ate, we went up in the arch. But I mean, we could got back, I did have a bank card, but could have got cash if I needed it. But the whole time all this conversation with us was going on, we was moving. We just kept moving towards the car and they kind of come around, and tried to kind of get in front of us to kind of stop us. But we wasn't having any of it. But anyhow, everything turned out fine. It was great. We got back home. Actually, it was something I'll remember all my life. It was a very odd day. It was something out of the Twilight Zone. Thank you very much for spending your time with me and listening to this story. I'm going to try to have some more stories on here. And if you found this at all entertaining, possibly even informative, smash the like button and then call your friend and tell him to watch this video or send him to share the video and have him smash the like button. And you might even ask your friend to subscribe. Hey, let's go all out, man. It's 2020. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. However you do that. Take care. It's going to be a great day. Going to be a great day. You know why? Because I said so. Dillinger 101. Check me out.